This is the instant Omni Plus. I bought it thinking I'd use it mainly as an air fryer, and it quietly turned into the thing I use for almost everything. I reach for it to toast bread, reheat leftovers, bake small batches, and sometimes roast. My microwave has been sitting untouched most days because the food coming out of this tastes and feels better. Bread stays crisp, pizza slices don't go rubbery, and leftovers get heat all the way through without weird hot spots. Key features that matter to me are the modes, the simple controls, and the little things that make daily use easier. It air fries, roasts, does rotisserie, broils, bakes, warms, reheats, toasts, and even dehydrates. The panel is a touchscreen with a big center knob that clicks to select and turns to change settings. You tap the mode you want, press the knob to lock it in, then turn to set time or temperature. There's a light button for peeking without opening the door. It also remembers what you used last time for each mode, which sounds small but ends up saving time. If I use reheat at 350 degrees F for 10 minutes, it will come back to that the next time I tap reheat. If I switch toast to 425 degrees F from a cold start, it stays there until I change it again. From my experience, the best everyday routine is simple. For most leftovers, I hit reheat, leave it at 350 degrees F, set it to around 10 minutes, and let the convection fan do its thing. Convection just means a fan moves hot air around the food, so it warms faster and more evenly, and you get some crisping on the edges. Toasting at 425 degrees F from a cold oven gives me a nice crunch without drying things out. If I want to melt cheese on a sandwich, I skip the plate. A plate blocks heat and airflow and the bottom goes soggy. Putting the sandwich right on the tray, or on a small rack over the tray, lets air circulate so the bottom stays crisp. The trade-off is crumbs and little bits of cheese fall through, so the tray gets messy. I rinse it or soak it in warm, soapy water and it cleans up. I won't pretend it's spotless all the time, but it's easy enough to keep it from getting out of control. In my opinion, the Omni Plus shines as a compact oven and toaster that also happens to air fry. If air frying is your top priority and you want to toss in a mountain of fries and walk away, this isn't the most forgiving setup. The air fryer basket is a mesh tray that likes a single layer so the air hits everything evenly. I get the best results when I line fries up with a bit of space between them. That takes a moment, but the payoff is crisp edges. If I pile them up, the ones on top brown while the ones underneath steam and stay soft. For wings, small batches work well, especially if I flip them halfway. There's a black drip tray that slides under the mesh tray to catch grease and crumbs. I sometimes use a perforated parchment liner to keep the basket cleaner, but I keep it smaller than the basket and never block airflow. Broil is handy when I want a fast blast of heat from the top to brown cheese or crisp a topping. Bake is my go-to for cookies or a small sheet of vegetables. It heats quickly, so I don't have to run the big oven for a tiny job. Warm is gentle heat to keep food ready without cooking it further. Reheat has become my default for leftovers because the texture comes out right. Dehydrate runs lower heat with airflow for drying fruit or jerky. I don't dehydrate often, but it's there. The rotisserie is a fun extra. There's a motor on the side that spins a spit through the center of a chicken. You secure the chicken with the forks, slide the rod into place, and the motor turns it so it cooks evenly. It's a little eventful to set up the first time, but once you get it, it's straightforward. The skin comes out crisp and the meat stays juicy, and drippings land on the tray below. If you're new to these terms, a quick rundown helps. Air fry is just strong convection at higher heat that browns food similar to deep frying but without submerging it in oil. Broil is top heat only, like a close, intense overhead burner for finishing. Bake is steady, all-around heat for general cooking. Reheat is an easy preset that brings leftovers back to life with a mix of heat and airflow. Dehydrate is low heat plus airflow to remove moisture slowly. Rotisserie is a rotating spit that helps meat cook evenly and self-based as it turns. The interface is friendly. Tap toast, press the knob, turn to adjust, press again to move between time and temp. If I change my mind, I press cancel. The door opens wide, the light lets me check color, and the fan noise is present but not loud. After cooking, I pull the tray, give it a wash, and wipe the interior when I see splatter. The glass door benefits from a quick wipe while it's still a little warm, which loosens spots before they bake on. When I forget, a short soak with a damp towel helps. It's perfect for small households, people who meal prep, and anyone who loves the idea of a quick, reliable oven that doesn't make the kitchen hot. It also replaces a toaster and a lot of microwave reheating for me. I still use my big oven for large pans and bigger roasts, but for daily cooking this one wins on speed and texture. Leftover pizza, roasted veggies, toast, sandwiches, frozen snacks, and small bakes all turn out consistently. From my experience, the only real headache is managing mess when melting cheese or dealing with crumbly toppings. That's not unique to this model. It's just part of using an open tray. A small wire rack over the tray keeps the bottom crisp and reduces stuck-on bits. The air fryer basket rewards patience and spacing, which is great for quality but not as convenient if I'm in a rush and trying to cook a big batch at once. I'd recommend this for anyone who wants a versatile countertop oven with a clear, simple interface, who values how food feels and tastes after reheating, and who can live with doing air-fried foods in smaller, well-spaced batches. If you mostly want to load up big portions of fries or wings and you never want to think about spacing, you might prefer a larger basket-style air fryer. If you want one machine that toasts perfectly, reheats without sogginess, bakes well, and can handle a rotisserie chicken when you feel like it, this is a strong pick. In conclusion, the Instant Omni Plus has become my daily driver because it does the everyday stuff better than my microwave and faster than my big oven. The controls are intuitive, the presets stick, and the results are consistent. It's not the absolute best for massive air fry batches, but for the way I cook most days, it's reliable, flexible, and easy to live with. If this video helped, please subscribe to the channel and drop your questions or your own tips in the comments. Thank you for watching.